Let's look at the table then. Chelsea sit joint top of it, 13 points each after a great start to the season under Thomas Tuchel. Yesterday on Drive, Andy Townsend, he was full of praise for the German.
I do like this guy. And listening to all the guys there talking about him, there's a lot to admire, I think, about the way that Thomas Tuchel works. And I was just thinking, as I was coming into the studio today, about when Jose first arrived at Chelsea. He arrived with such a bang, and he kind of shook the world, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he did. He really, really sort of grabbed Chelsea by the scruff of the neck and hauled them up, and basically got them rubbing shoulders with the best and taking Fergie on when he was in his pomp, etc., etc. But if come January, and it'll be a year in January, and Thomas Tuchel will have completed the first year at Chelsea next Jan, I believe. If he's got Chelsea where they are today, top of the pile, with the Champions League under his belt, he also is doing something, I think, very, very special. I really do.
Yeah, full of praise to Thomas Tuchel. I think everybody really is at the moment, Cass, to be honest, when you look at what he's achieved at Chelsea. Yes, he's been given some spending money, but still with Chelsea, what you have to take into account is they offset that. So the money that they paid for Lukaku, they got back in their revenue and their players that they sold. They do business well there, don't they? And they're looking the real deal this season.
Well, if you consider not that long ago, they were under an embargo. Mm-hmm. You know, you think how well this football club is run. It's extraordinary, the turnaround for them. They could have been easily a club that fell by the wayside quite quickly as one of the leading clubs and finished, 8th, 9th. But they have a very aggressive owner who knows or picks. I mean, he's the most genius owner I've ever known, because everyone he picks goes and wins something. And, you know, and he's the man behind it, choosing, I'm sure. I think Tuchel, I agree with Andy, Tuchel's showing everybody in the game that he can be an incredible manager of just knowing how to switch teams, personnel, the way they play, who fits into what he wants. He's played with 10 men this year and looked really comfortable with 10 men, which is,
against Liverpool as well.
They were superb with 10 men. They didn't look like they were in trouble at any time. In fact, the longer the game went on, the more unlikely Liverpool looked like scoring. And he showed a way in the first half at the weekend. He's changed things around, and you could say yes, the tempo of their play was far higher, which it was, but also he made, Kante was straight onto the pitch, and he's so complimentary to Kante because he knows how effective he is as a player. He does that all across the board. Look at Alonso. Alonso's playing like one of the best left-backs in the world at the moment. Yeah,
me and Anna had a disagreement about this the other day because I was saying what's going on with Ben Chilwell, and literally Alonso, and he's right. Ali is absolutely right. Alonso's done nothing to be dropped yet. I do feel sorry for Ben, but that performance that he put in at the weekend as well, it's just evident of why he can't. So I totally concede to Ali in that one.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.